Sir, would you like some pepper with your fragrance? Yes? Alright then, let's go. Hey YouTube fragrance family, welcome to another Robes 08 fragrance review. Today is on the house of Marc Jacobs and this fragrance called Bang. It has been approximately 8 years between releases for Marc Jacobs in the men's section. This was obviously his fig-based fragrance, highly recommended from yours truly. I have a full-fledged review on my channel. Go check it out. Great for summer. Doesn't last for shit, but still a good fragrance for summer. Marc Jacobs put way more than just his 2 cents on this release. He really wanted to put his creative process throughout with the bottle design, the juice inside, and even the marketing. So I can't wait when someone has their name on the fragrance and they want to be a whole part of the process. That means there is some love that was put into the juice. So let's see if this is a winner. Bang hit the shelves in 2010. Bottle sizes are 1 ounce, 1.7 ounce, which is the one you see here, and the big bottle, the 3.4 ounce bottle. Concentration is eau de toilette. Flankers, of course, the blue Bang Bang, which is a flanker of this one. This fragrance, from what I hear in the grapevine, it is not confirmed, but it's pretty much confirmed from my eyes. It has been discontinued from Coty Inc. that owns Marc Jacobs' license for fragrances. Pricing, you're looking at approximately $30 to $60 online. Because of discontinuation, and I hear it's been discontinued for a while, it has not been inflated. However, it is very scarce to find online. So if you did want a backup bottle or you want another bottle of Bang, it's probably a good idea to get it as soon as possible. The nose behind Bang is none other than Yann Vasnier. Yann has done, of course, the flanker of Bang, which is this blue bottle right here, Bang Bang, and several other Marc Jacobs women's releases. Mainly its bestseller, one of its bestsellers in the women's game called Lola. Now, the note breakdown on Bang, yes, you've heard it a million times. It is a pepper bomb, but I really want to dissect this and let you guys know more about the scent. So on the top we got black pepper, white pepper, pink pepper. So we got a pepper overload. In the middle we got woody notes, quote unquote, I'm calling that cedar. And in the base we got LMI, benzoin, vetiver, patchouli, and white moss. Major notes to my nose, the black pepper, the pink pepper, the woody notes, quote unquote cedar, vetiver, and a little bit of that LMI. Group, this is a spicy fragrance. Now let's take a look at my application. My application for Marc Jacobs Bang, a very simple, straightforward. I go 1 on the chest with my first spray, 2 on the neck, 1 here, and then of course if I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt right here, inner elbows is nice and open. I'm going to spray those. So 5 sprays total. I've tried more, I've tried less, and I think this is the optimum as far as the sprays go. This fragrance doesn't last, so FYI, it does not last. I'd rather conserve more sprays and reapply. This is the trick with Bang, is just to continue to reapply. Don't put 7 to 10 sprays because it's not going to do a damn thing. So just as far as my application goes, we got 5. Now the reputation of Bang is black pepper, right? Black pepper, black pepper, black pepper overload. Basically this stuff right here, the little peppercorns here. And it lives up to its reputation. However, I really wanted to look a little deeper into Marc Jacobs Bang and let you know the full picture of it. It's not just black pepper. Now let's delve into Bang. I'm going, just to remind myself of this introduction, I'm going to do double spray here, double shot of pepper on my hand for the opening. And whew, she's peppery. Wow. Off the bat, you just can't miss it in Bang. It's a cocktail of peppercorns in a pepper shaker with a splash of woods and a great use of LMI that gives this scent an air of freshness, not to make it too dark. That was one thing with Bang in the opening. When people are talking about pepper, you almost want to think, oh, this is going to be a really dark fragrance, but it's rather thin as far as backing up this black pepper tone. And there is some freshness to it from the LMI. That is one thing that I really discovered early with Bang. It's the simplicity. There's not much depth here. It's very simple set, to be quite honest. Coming back to the introduction, the black pepper is highly the dominant tone in the opening. There's tons of different peppers in the note breakdown, but the black pepper is the dominant one. It's spicy, it's very authentic. It basically smells like these peppercorns right here. That's exactly what it smells like. It's very authentic note. Actually, a great use of black pepper. It's almost too much for people that obviously don't like pepper. This is going to be exactly you sniffing that pepper shaker. One of the better and most dominant black pepper notes I've come upon in my journey in a scent and as a standalone note. Actually, very, very well done. I gotta give kudos to Marc Jacobs and the team to base their fragrance upon black pepper, because that's a very daring move in the designer game. You're not looking to sell too many units. You're daring to be different and maybe start a trend. Obviously with Bang it didn't really work, as you can tell, but really applaud them for this opening. Really great use of black pepper. Now LMI is the forgotten note in Bang, which gives a scent gives this scent its brightness. LMI kind of gives off a citrus-like tone, and it does it in here, and it's very straightforward and gives off a standard freshness to the scent. It's very standard. There's nothing too crazy about the freshness here. It just gives it a fresh tone to the fragrance. LMI also is known to give off a peppery feel, so it kind of helps off the pepper too. It is very important to note that in this scent, that it's not making it too dark, too rough, and it gave this scent quite a bit of balance with the LMI and the black pepper in the opening. Despite the very aggressive opening of Bang, which is very, very aggressive. It's going to hit your nose and it's going to kick your butt. I felt that Bang is a relatively quiet scent on my skin once it starts hitting into the dry down. I felt like it was exactly what the name said. Bang, and then the fireworks were done, and that's how it felt with this fragrance. It felt like it just had one big bang at the start, and then it mellows down. Now, before I get into the dry down, the pink peppercorns have a place here and give that red berry spicy kick to the scent with a slight rose-like appeal. Which the pink pepper is truly just a secondary note, but it has its place in Bang. Obviously, it's the black pepper that is front and central, with the pink being the secondary note, kind of holding on to the black pepper. Almost feel like this shaker is like 80% black pepper, and then there's a little pink peppercorns here or there to give you a different kind of appeal. Now, talking about the other peppers, the white peppercorn on the other hand. Actually, white peppercorn kind of smells fecal. If you ever smell it, kind of like poop. And it never made its impression in Bang in this scent. There's nothing fecal about this scent at all. However, it would have been a very interesting addition. So I don't smell any white pepper. You guys can let me know in the comments below. I'm sure a lot of you have smelled Bang, but for me, I have not. It was mostly about the black and then a little dash of the pink pepper. In the mid to base, the woods come to play. It smells like you have leftover pepper from a steak on a wooden plank. It's almost like you put a whole bunch of pepper on your steak, you put the steak on the barbecue, and then you got this, obviously your wooden plank that you dress the steak with, and then there's just pepper around where the steak was. That's what it kind of smells like. The woods are dry at times. In other wearings, I felt a small watery appeal in this scent. The woods are clearly cedar, and for some reason, I smelled some redwood, mainly sequoia wood. I really just, in my mind, that's all I smelled. And I know there's cedar in here. Cedar's the main aspect here, but in my mind, I don't know why I can't get away from it. I smell some sort of, I smell sequoia wood or redwood. The black pepper slowly fades and blends into the woods, obviously in this mid, which was actually very welcome after the initial burst. I like that it started to calm down a little bit. Also detected the vetiver being the base of the scent. That's where I started. In the mid, vetiver starts pushing through, and it is going to be one of the major players in this fragrance. Now, talking about the major notes, the three major notes in this scent, there's three major notes from this nose right here, where the black pepper, obviously in the introduction, turns into cedar, and then more of the vetiver. That's what makes Bang what it is. A very unique use of black pepper as the dominant note. However, the cedar and vetiver use was very much something not original, obviously. I've smelt it before in a lot of fragrances. It doesn't seem like the mesh was something new and exciting. It really felt like that opening was really what Bang was all about. The opening was very much daring, different. Actually very well done in my opinion, especially with people that really love black pepper. You're going to love it. It's very authentic. However, the use of vetiver and cedar in Bang, it smells like the use of ISO-E Super again. It's clearly noted in this fragrance that it is utilized. When you smell this scent, a lot of people compare this one to Terre d'Hermès because of the use of ISO-E Super in both fragrances. So that is the reason why a lot of people that smell this, the dry down mostly, and they smell Terre d'Hermès, they put that correlation together. So just an FYI to let you know where that's coming from. I prefer Terre d'Hermès just because of the complexity, the depth, and everything else. It has a lot more going on. Bang was almost felt like ISO-E Super. We're happy. Black pepper, go. Upon several wearings, Bang reminds me of a cross between a Comme des Garçons woody base and a watered down Terre d'Hermès. Without the real complexity or depth of a Terre d'Hermès or even a Comme des Garçons fragrance. It has many redeeming qualities in this fragrance that I absolutely love, yes, but also falls pretty much flat on many other aspects, and that's why this fragrance didn't sell that much. It has this little niche that a lot of people actually like it, but this little portion of people and this big portion of people didn't like it. So this one, I would call it an above average designer scent. I really applaud that they did something a little different with the black pepper, but they used the typical ISO-E Super dry down for the end of the fragrance. So a little bit of a double-edged sword here. Now, recommended age for Bang, I would say anybody. If this smells right up your alley, especially the black pepper opening, this would be for you. Reminds people of which fragrance? The Beat by Burberry. It has some pepper in it. And also Hermès Poivre Samarcande, which is obviously a more, I wouldn't say more niche, but high-end designer, very pricey high-end designer for pepper. Best time to wear this fragrance. This fragrance is not really a playful scent. It's not one of those that you're going to wear at the club. I wear it with a black and white suit, you know, something like this, white shirt, black tie. I'm good to go. Put the black pepper of the fragrance game on. Nighttime wear, really. Office, kind of, it could be. That goes to seasons. Which seasons would I wear this? This is actually kind of versatile. Fall, spring, summer nights actually worked very, very well. Great during the rain. When it's raining or it's overcast, black pepper works so well during that time. Development, is this linear, average, or complex? This is really linear. There's not much movement as the Richter scale goes. That black pepper opening, it just goes bam or bang. And then like burr, 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 it just keeps slowly fading, and then your dry down comes in, and then it stays the same. Work appropriate. Yeah, the opening may have to sit on your skin, you know, the first half hour. So if you're going to work, the first half hour to 45 minutes, you know, you don't want to be the peppery guy in the whole office. Especially if it's warm in the office. But this would be something that if work is outside, this would be perfect, easy to go. It has like that roughness, that masculine feel to the fragrance. Signature scent worthy. It could be for the right person. I could see that. This is more of a scent that I wear from time to time. If I really need that black pepper kick, this really hits it. So signature scent worthy. It could be for most people. It won't be. That goes to my rating system. Let's see how Bang does on my rating system. Let's go projection. 4 bottles out of 10. Really not a good score for projection. This thing doesn't really project. The first, obviously, Bang, the initial hit, it will project. However, after that, it really eats up on my skin. So 4 bottles out of 10. It's a mid, moderate to skin type set. Longevity, 5 bottles out of 10. Right straight, dying right in the middle of the game with 5 bottles. 3 to 6 hours. 6 is being generous. There's a few times it hit 6 hours, but most of the time it is 3, 4, 5 hours. So it's really not lasting that much on my skin. Compliment factor, 3 bottles out of 10. The compliment factor just wasn't there. I thought that perhaps this would work with the right people around me. There's not much hate for that pepper opening. Multiple times I tried to overspray, you know, 7 to 9 sprays. Not in the office, but I did it a few times just to see if I was going to get a reaction. No. Really, it was surprising. I was really thinking, okay, I'm going to get a lot of hate for wearing this. Who smells like a steak or whatever. No, this is very surprising with Bang. Actually, a few times that I oversprayed it actually got me some compliments. I don't know, whatever. However, this fragrance really does not get compliments. It really doesn't have that appeal that people are going to come up to you and go, hey, what are you wearing? You smell amazing. I never really got that, so that's because of the lower score here. Uniqueness, 6 bottles out of 10. I will give Marc Jacobs a 6 for that pepper. He fought for it. He wanted it. They went back to the drawing board a few times because of him, because he wanted that, and that is why I'm giving this a 6. The rest of the scent's getting a 2 because it's not really unique. Pricing versus what you get, I'm going to give it an okay score, 6 bottles out of 10. There's worse. And since discontinuation, price has not inflated on this bad boy. You know, it's discontinued by Marc Jacobs, and really, usually when fragrances are in high demand, it just seems like this fragrance is staying put at its retail price. It's not going up. It's not really going down. It's just staying there. It's just getting very scarce to find now. Go online, go try to find some bottles. There's going to be some kick in here and there, but it really is getting very scarce. So if you really do like this set, under 100 bucks, you'll get it for retail. 100% is just maybe a little hard to find. Versatility, 7 bottles out of 10. After that pepper blowout, it's actually pretty versatile. Obviously, it's just a vetiver cedar with a little bit of black pepper. There's obviously a little bit of nuances from some secondary notes, but it really is actually very pleasing at the end. It's just not very unique. That goes to smell, 6 bottles out of 10. Again, black pepper is the star of the show and is worthy of almost 5 to 6 stars by itself. That goes to an overall score. Marc Jacobs Bang is going to get a 6 bottles out of 10. It has some redeeming qualities to the scent, but a lot of downfalls too. That goes to my buy, try, or pass. Marc Jacobs Bang gets the try treatment. And if this sounds interesting to you, I would urge you, if you're watching this video now, it's probably best to go quickly. If you really wanted this fragrance, go buy it now. Before it's too late and you can't find it anywhere. Once it's very, very scarce, I could see that price going up. But right now it's at that retail pricing that it's very much affordable. And it's actually, if you really like black pepper, this is probably your best bang for your buck, to be quite honest. In the designer game, I would say. So a try. So in 2010, I was quoted as saying the dry down was the best part of this scent. I was not a fan of the pepper in the opening. I now feel the dry down is the typical dry down with a daring opening, and in my opinion changed greatly in the past several years. You know, I give fragrances, if you're being different, daring, and it was actually a really nice black pepper note. Again, it's not really my taste. I'm not a huge pepper guy. I like it as a secondary note, not as a primary note. So I appreciate what was done in the opening of this fragrance. In the back end, it's your typical dry down. Yeah, it's nicer, easier to love, easier to be pleased by. But I like the daring aspect of Bang, actually. So Marc Jacobs, he was actually quoted as saying pepper has been always his favorite spice. He likes the impact that it has, that bang, and that's where he got the name of the fragrance and that opening note. He really wanted that black pepper in there. Overall, I'll give Marc props for following his instincts and go with the pepper he wanted and fought for. This is definitely unique in the designer game, opening only. It seems Marc was really fighting for the cool packaging, the name, Bang, the opening of the scent, and forgot that there's much more to the scent than just the marketing and the opening. Yes, it has been a working, I would say a working formula in the fragrance industry, that you need the cool packaging, the different name, and great introductory notes, and forget about the rest of the fragrance. It's just fluff. but now we're trending into give me a little more depth, hopefully, and that's what I'm here for, to tell you guys that some fragrances just don't have it. They're just not kicking it. So this is one of those that the opening is something that is, if it's interesting to you, this will grab your attention. Thank you, Fragrance family, for tuning in, and hopefully you enjoyed my full-fledged review on Bang from Marc Jacobs. An okay release in the designer game, and again, I would love for you to comment below. Let us know what you guys think about Bang and the Marc Jacobs brand. And as always, stick around if you want to take a look at the packaging a little more deeper. Thank you. Now let's take a look at presentation. This presentation actually won a Fifi Award, the Oscars of the fragrance game, in 2011 for best packaging. So actually it is quite an interesting, very daring and different look to a packaging. I actually kind of like it. A lot of people find it kind of ugly. I find it okay. So let's take a look at the box itself. As you can see, very flashy Marc Jacobs Bang. Bang up top. You got, of course, some information at the bottom here, some in the back, and some at the bottom. And that's it for the box itself. Now let's take a look at the bottle. Now the bottle itself, as you can see, very flashy. I got the 50 ml here. It does say Bang on top with Marc Jacobs. You have, of course, it just almost looks like somebody had basically a hammer and just hammered down the Bang here logo inside the bottle. My 50 ml actually stands up pretty well. My 100 ml for Bang Bang is actually quite cumbersome and falls over sometimes, but this 50 ml is actually not too bad. And as you can see, it's just plates here with an actual bottle here. It's actually really interesting, and as you can see here, Bang, you can feel it. It's embossed here on the side, and then you got a sticker at the bottom of the bottle. That's about it. Let's take a look at the atomizer. Again, it does have a metallic top and then plastic on the inside, black plastic in the cap. The atomizer itself is actually a silver atomizer. The atomizer is actually not too bad with this one. It shoots out like a laser. So actually very, very, very good presentation for Marc Jacobs Bang.